This is a Cyclone 3 from FlowZone, one of the baddest sprayers that money can buy. And in today's video, I'm gonna show you what comes in the box, how to set it up so that you can get to spraying. Let's get into the video. So this is a brand new Cyclone 3. Comes with a little card thanking you for your purchase. Of course, your user manual and everything can be downloaded with that. Battery pack. So this is an 18 volt, 2.6 amp hour battery. Now this does need to be charged before you go to use the sprayer. And so you'll want to make sure you do that. The charger, so all you do, plug this into the wall, plug that in right there. Easy enough. This is some hardware. Nice little spray gun, actually a really nice spray gun. Brass tips, high quality. Nice hose here. Again, this isn't a flimsy hose. This is a really nice hose. All stainless steel, brass tip connections. Again, really nice, no plastic. One of the big downfalls that you see a lot of the cheaper models with these wands over time, as you get chemical and things through them, they'll tend to kind of curve a little bit, so you don't have to worry about that with FlowZone. Probably one of my favorite parts is these padded back straps. I mean, this is incredible. It's so soft on the back, cushion straps. I mean, this is a 4-gallon backpack sprayer. So by the time you get this thing on your back, you're gonna be so glad that you spent the extra money to get a really nice back pad. And I'll show you guys how to put that on in just a second. And this is the sprayer itself. This is the battery compartment. Some sprayer tips. These are all brass tips. Look at how nice this is. I mean, this is phenomenal. This is not the cheap plastic. These are really nice. We'll get to installing this thing. Of course, your lid, this goes on really nice too. I used to, when I first got one, it was the first generation. And now, I mean, this lid goes on just so easy. It automatically, I mean, just look how easy that goes on. Strainer basket here to strain all your stuff. Got a little dial to set your pressure. We've got 5 different settings. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How about that? This is the cap to connect the wand to. You notice a little bit of water coming out of here. That is completely normal. They test these things at the factory to make sure the pump and everything is operational. So if you do see some water in your tank, don't worry about that. It's perfectly normal. Let me get the camera set up and show you how to attach this, get the back strap on here, and we'll get the battery plugged in so that we're charging. First, show you how to put on this back strap. Really simply, we're gonna put this face down. And then we have these 2 little hooks here. We're just gonna put those right on there. One on each side, just like that. Then we're gonna stand the unit up, and you have 2 straps right here on the top. You're simply gonna feed 1 strap through that hole. We're then gonna loop it back up through the hole like that, and then back towards you, just like this. And we're gonna pull that nice and snug, just like that. Nice little heavy duty handle, carrying handle right here. Pro tip, when this thing is full and you've got 4 gallons of liquid in here, I do not like to grab right here, all right? I always like to use this strap, or at least use both, but never want to put all the strain here on this basket. Sometimes if you have this thing full and you don't have this screwed on all the way, sometimes you could pick it up and that'll pop off and all your liquid goes everywhere. Plus, it's not good to put all the pressure down on all those seals and everything. So the best thing to do is to always pick it up by this strap right here. All right, so to put on, this is the side that'll put on the wand holster here. We've got 2 different pieces. We've got one that goes on the top and one that goes on the bottom. So the one on the bottom, we're just gonna slide all the way down, just like that. And the one on the top, we'll just put in here and slide that one all the way down. And you can see there's a hole. You wanna make sure it goes all the way through the hole. And then we'll put our screw in here. And then we're just gonna tighten this down, just like that. Okay, we don't need to go Hulk Hogan on it, just tight enough, just like that. And then for the bottom one, there is a little hex shape, just like that. Goes in there, and the screw will come through and connect with that. That way it doesn't back itself out. Then all we got to do is tighten it down. Then we're going to attach our wand. Simply screw that in just like that. Another wand goes in on the other side, just like this. Something that's really nice about these FlowZones is just about every part on here is replaceable. So if you ever had, say you dropped your sprayer or something like that, or your gun, or you cracked it, it could very easily be replaced without having to replace the entire unit. All right, and then we attach the wand. These are all the 1/4 inch QDs, really, really nice. Listen to that. Ah, sounds so nice. Get this in here. They've updated this. It just goes in just like that and sets straight up and down. So now it won't fall out, just like that. Let's talk about sprayer tips, settings, and all of that for just a second. So this is a 45-degree fan tip. This is what you're going to use for spraying weeds, pesticides, herbicides, fungicides, anything that you're trying to get an even coating with. It comes with an adjustable tip. You can either set this to, just the exact spray pattern that you're looking for. Everything from a straight stream all the way to a fan or a light mist. And then the other tip that they give you is a 0-degree tip. Now this is what you would use if you were going to be spraying pesticide maybe up in the eaves of your house, anything that you need a direct shot of application. So that's what that would be used for. Let's talk about settings for a second. So this sprayer has a knob. You get up to 5 settings. You can go up from 14 on setting 1. This is PSI. 14 PSI on setting 1. Setting 2 bumps you up to 26. Setting 3 bumps you to 38 PSI. Setting 4 bumps you to 44, and then all the way up to 57 PSI on setting number 5. As far as choosing the spreader setting, it really depends on the amount of volume that you're wanting to put out, what application type that you're doing. But what I always recommend when you first get a sprayer is to practice with water. Fill your tank up, practice with it, put it on different settings, find out what you like. Everybody's walking speed is a little bit different. Everybody's, how they use the sprayer is different. So take your time, fill it with water so you don't have to worry about causing any damage or hurting, your lawn or your house or anything like that. And then just take your time and get used to the sprayer. Get used to how fast it drains out, what your walking speed and all that stuff is. And that's really how you kind of calibrate this sprayer. I'm gonna leave links down below where you can go check one out for yourself. And then also, if you ever have any questions about the sprayer, we'll always love to answer those down below as well. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Devin. I am the DIY Lawn Coach, and I can't wait to see you in the next video. Peace.